the real reason that person was removed from your life. Sometimes the people we love most leave, and it feels like your heart is breaking in slow motion. You replay every conversation, every memory, wondering what went wrong. But what if their departure wasn't punishment? What if it was God's way of protecting your heart, clearing space for growth, and guiding you toward the life you truly need? This message is divided into 5 key points, each revealing a spiritual reason someone may have been removed from your life, and how it serves your growth, protection, and future. 1. Acknowledge the pain. Loss hurts deeply. Losing someone you depended on, a friend, partner, or family member, leaves a void that echoes with questions. Why did this happen? Was I not enough? You've carried this silently. You've hidden your tears, smiled when it hurt, and convinced yourself that you were okay. God sees through the mask. Psalm 34 verse 18 reminds us, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Every tear is not wasted. Every ache, every sleepless night is part of God's work in your heart, teaching patience, self-worth, and resilience. Perhaps you scroll through old photos, reliving laughter and moments you wish could return. That grief is not empty. It's God's way of helping you treasure the lessons, not just the memories. You feel forgotten. God remembers. You feel weak. God strengthens. You feel alone. God is closer than you know. Pain is not punishment. Loss is not final. Silence is not absence. 2. God sees what you cannot. The second reason is perspective. God sees the bigger picture even when you cannot. That person may have unintentionally limited your growth, influenced your choices in ways you didn't notice, or held patterns in place that were no longer healthy. Proverbs 4 verse 23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." What feels like abandonment may actually be protection. You call it leaving. God calls it clearing. You call it loss. God calls it space for blessing. You feel hurt. God sees opportunity. Perhaps a friendship that seemed loyal actually encouraged dependence. When it ended, God created space for someone or something that aligns perfectly with your purpose. The departure isn't punishment. It's preparation. It isn't absence. It's alignment. Your future requires the healed version of you, and God removes what can't travel with you forward. Departure is redirection. Pain is preparation. Distance is design. 3. Every separation carries a spiritual lesson. Romans 8 verse 28 reminds us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him." Every separation is a quiet teacher. Maybe it's teaching you to trust yourself, to set healthy boundaries, or to find joy independent of others. Each person removed reflects what needs healing or growth in your life. You feel broken. God sees refinement. You feel lost. God sees purpose. You feel alone. God is positioning you. Perhaps the person leaving forced you to face fears you had ignored. Fears of being alone. Fears of not being enough. Fears of trusting again. That confrontation was necessary for your emotional and spiritual growth. Sometimes the person leaving is the universe giving your heart permission to expand beyond old limitations. You're not losing, you're being prepared. Lessons are hidden. Growth is often silent. Healing is always intentional. 4. Hidden lessons in the pain. Pain often conceals purpose. Hebrews 12 verse 11 tells us, "No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it." Your grief reveals what you cannot see in comfort. Patterns of dependence, compromise, or unhealed wounds. Every moment of heartache is God's gentle surgery, removing what no longer serves you and creating space for resilience, wisdom, and emotional freedom. You call it overthinking. God calls it attention to unhealed wounds. You call it emptiness. God calls it alignment. You call it loss. God calls it preparation. Maybe you replay arguments or moments of frustration, wondering if it could have been fixed. Those reflections are not wasted. They are tools God uses to show you what matters most, what is worth holding on to, and what is meant to go. God's removals are never accidental. Every pain has a purpose. Every absence is intentional. Every closed door makes way for a door you cannot yet imagine. Hidden pain is not meaningless. Silent moments are not empty. Letting go is not failure. 5. Focus on God, not the loss. Finally, remember this: God never leaves you. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." While someone may have exited your life, God remains. Every closure opens the door to blessings, opportunities, and relationships aligned with His plan. You feel abandoned. God is positioning. You feel empty. God is filling. You feel lost. God is leading. Imagine standing at a crossroad with no map. The person who left was the signpost, pointing you away from paths that would have delayed your destiny. God closes doors not to punish, but to guide. God isn't delaying you. He's protecting you. He's preparing you. He's aligning you with the future only He can see. Focus on Him, not the gone. Look at the path, not the past. Trust the process, not the pain. Every departure, every tear, every unanswered question has a purpose. God is shaping, strengthening, and preparing your heart. The loss was protection. The silence was restoration. The waiting was preparation. One day you will look back and see that the removal of that person was not the end. It was the beginning of a future far greater than you imagined. What God is doing in your heart is bigger than anything you have lost. Trust the process. Embrace the healing. Your future is waiting, and it is more beautiful than you can yet see.